it's been a long time coming. I mean, in many ways, this disc is the product of nearly a quarter century of collaboration. I think it was in 2015 or so that, I think I was putting together my repertoire list and realized that I had more pieces by Rodney than I had pieces by Beethoven, and thought, well, I should make I don't play all of his piano music yet, but I play most of it, so I should make a recording. And I started raising the money in 2016, and for a host of reasons, some of which were purely personal, finally got the funding all together in 2020. So I was scheduled to go to the Banff Center to record in April 2020. Of course, we all know what happened then. So rather than recording in Banff, we ended up, so Mark McGregor, who I hired as the producer of this album, suggested rather than trying to record it all at once, that we could space it out a little bit more, and which would give time to kind of like really polish a few pieces and then do a recording session, and then polish a few other pieces and do another recording session. And he said that, I've done this for a number of my CDs, just make sure you don't leave all the hardest ones for last. And I was like, of course I won't. Of course I did. Not intentionally, but, I would be preparing them, and then I would be getting closer to the date, and, some of the harder pieces in this are really hard, and I would be like, oh, no, it's not ready, so I won't be for this session. So this is how a CD idea that started in 2016 and was supposed to be begun recording in 2020, is now being released in 2024. And I thank Rodney from the bottom of my heart for how absolutely gracious and patient you have been with me throughout this process.
There was also an advantage to having it delayed like this, in that I wrote the title track. It would not have been included, and Known and Unknown is a piece of which I'm particularly proud, and would not again have been possible without the specificity of your request. The commission was actually rather beautiful. It came from Ken Gracie and Philip Waddell, who were wanting a piece about Rachel's relationship with her mother, and it was going to be a text-based piece. We had talked about commissioning a poet and so on to make something that really reflected the mother-daughter relationship. And in that time, Rachel's mother chose voluntary death, and so the piece became something very different. Rachel asked if I would consider including a reference to Inger's favorite piece of Bach, or a Nat King Cole song, or I say to myself, it's a wonderful world, or somehow a mashup of both. I chose the Bach, Ich habe genug, which even to a German as a second language speaker as myself, still it is hard for me to grasp that this actually means I am content. I have enough. I have enough. It was such a pleasure to write this piece somehow, not only because of the relative beauty of the pandemic. I know that so many people suffered, but composers, in a way, the solitude, it took us to places that otherwise we might not have gone. And this is a piece in which the Bach is sometimes truly explicit, but uses the piano in what I believe is a fresh and unexplored fashion.